In yesterday's two videos, certain sums were not clearly taught and certain recordings were not done clearly. So those sums will be covered in this session. So a copper ball of mass 100 gram is at a temperature T. It is dropped in a copper calorimeter of mass 100 gram filled with 170 gram of water at room temperature. Subsequently, the temperature of the system is found to be 75 degrees Celsius. T is given by provided room temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and specific heat of copper is 0.1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. Right. So, solution all copper calorimeter water. Three things are given in this, right? Initial temperature of copper ball is T. That only we have to find. For copper calorimeter, room temperature 30 degrees Celsius and water also 30 degrees Celsius. Now final temperature 75 degrees Celsius. 75 because final temperature has to be same for all the three materials, right? So 30 to 75. This is also 30 to 75. So final temperature is increased. So these are heat gainers. These are heat gainers. T to 75. So this must be heat loser because an object should give heat and another object should gain heat. In this, all these two are heat gainers. Then this definitely this should be heat losers. So it is very clear that T should be greater than 75 degree Celsius, right? So the Q provided by heat losers should be equal to the Q provided by heat gainers. MC del T. So who are the heat losers? Copper ball. This copper ball. So MC del T of copper ball should be equal to MC del T of copper calorimeter and MC del T of water because these are heat gainers. Copper ball is heat losers. So M mass is given as 100 gram. So mass of the copper ball is given in the question as 100 gram. Specific heat 0. 0.1 and change in temperature T minus 75 because we are obvious that T is greater than 75 degree Celsius. So T minus 75 is equal to mass of copper calorimeter into 0. 0.1. For a material of copper, CS is 0. 0.1. Okay. 75 minus 30. What's the temperature difference? 75 minus 30. Right. Then for water, 170 mass is given in the question as 170 gram. Specific heat of water will not be given in the question. It's a fact you should know it is 1 for water into same thing 75 minus 30, right? Now if you solve this, T comes out to be 885 degree Celsius. 885 degree Celsius. So this option would be correct for question number 19. So 19 C is the correct answer. This question also was not explained clearly. 23rd question. Three straight parallel current carrying conductors are shown in the figure. The force experienced by the middle conductor of length 25 centimeter is. So three conductors. Current is going in this direction for the first one, second one, third one. So these two current is in opposite direction. So first one will push the middle one away from itself. Similarly, the second one, this is first one, this is second one. The second one are also because current is in opposite direction. So this also push the middle one, not pull, it pushes the middle one away from the second one or away from itself. So based on this, we have to calculate the net force. First one is pushing like this, second one is pushing like this. So net one, if this is more, final direction would be in this direction. If this force is more, then the final would be in this direction. But one has to be possible. Let's see the solution. These are the four options. Right. See in this is first one, second one, middle one. Right. 30 ampere, 20 ampere, or 10 ampere. Distance is given 3 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter. So what is F_m1 means? Force on the middle one by the first wire. By the first wire. Which direction? Away from the first one. So this is the force on the middle one by the first one. This is a force on the middle one by the second one. This is a formula. F by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d. D means the distance between the two wires. L means length of the middle one. So F is equal to mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi d. So F_m1 we are calculating mu naught value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. I1 is 30. I2 is 10. And the length of the middle one is given in the question as 25 centimeter. 2 pi and d is distance between them 3 centimeter. So when we calculate, this comes out to be 50 into 10 power minus 5 Newton. What is the direction? This is the direction towards right. Similarly calculate for the second wire, and this is the direction towards left. So now which is more, which is greater in value? Obviously F_m1 is greater, so final direction would be towards right. This is a final direction. So F net is equal to F_m1 minus F_m2. So 50 minus 20, 30. 30 into 10 power minus 5 Newton towards right. So 30 into 10 power minus 4 Newton towards right. 3 into 10 power minus 4 Newton. So towards right. So 23rd option B is absolutely right. Next. Then this pulleysum, this was utter confusion in that video. So kindly refer to this one. So a cord is wrapped around a pulley. Pulley means disc, they itself mention, of mass m and radius r. To one end of the cord, a block of mass m is connected. Okay. Simply they're explaining the diagram. You could see the diagram, and what they're asking, alpha A and alpha B. What is the relation between alpha A and alpha B? This is we need to find, right? These are the four options. Alpha A is equal to alpha B, or alpha A greater, or alpha B is greater, or none of these. This option you can simply eliminate out. Okay. So two cases. Let's see the first case. Case 1. So case 1. This is a pulley having mass m and radius r, having mass m and radius r. It's a kind of disc. Okay. It is a tension. So it's a mass. It is a tension force. Tension is always away from the object. For this mass, tension is away. For the pulley, tension is away from the pulley. For the tension force is always away from the object. For this object, tension is upwards, away from the object. For the pulley, tension is like this. Similarly, for the pulley of T2, for tension of T2, it is away from the pulley, and T2, and you are balancing T2 as 2 mg. First, you have to write equation how the pulley is rotating. It is rotating in this manner, right? So how to do? So T1 upward force T1 minus mg is equal to m into a. Here T2 is equal to 2 mg. Because it's not it's a force, you're directly applying it. So T2 is equal to 2 mg. Now what is the torque experienced by the pulley is equal to I alpha. How this formula came? F is equal to ma. F means torque, m means I, a means alpha. So this is the linear mechanics, it is rotational mechanics, that's it. So torque, another formula, force into perpendicular distance, I alpha. I means for disc. What is the net force? Net force for the pulley is what? Net force for the pulley is T2 minus T1. This is the net force for the pulley, right? So T2 minus T1, perpendicular distance. What is the perpendicular distance? Capital R into I alpha. What is disc I? mr square by 2 into alpha A. What is T2 minus T1? 2 mg minus ma. Because T1 is equal to ma plus mg. So minus mg into R is equal to alpha A. we okay, what is this A? Substitute A as R alpha. We know that V is equal to omega cross R, or simply you can say R omega. A is equal to alpha cross R, or simply say R alpha, right? A is equal to R alpha. Alpha means specifically alpha A. So apply this. 2mg minus mg is mg. So minus mr alpha A is equal to mr square by 2 into alpha R. This R is cancelled. So put mr by 2 into alpha A. So mg is equal to mr alpha A. Bring this side. So 1 by 2 plus 1. Finally are getting alpha A. Similarly proceed for this case 2. But in case 2, T2 is not directly equal to uh, 2mg, because 2m is a mass, here a block. So you have to apply the same kind of equation. Here also the object is rotating in this fashion. So you have to take the equation 2mg minus T2 is equal to 2ma. So same thing, torque experienced, force into perpendicular distance, net force into R. Similarly, A is equal to R alpha. A is equal to R alpha. Everything substitute, and finally you get alpha B as this value, this value. Now compare these two, alpha A, alpha B. So you are having two values. How to get it? Simply cross multiply. Cancel G by 2, G by 2, cross multiply. Here you will get 7R, here you will get 3R. Which is more? This is more. So alpha A is greater than alpha B. This is cross multiplication technique. Otherwise use whatever technique you know by yours. So this question was also not taught clearly. So water rises up to a height of h in a capillary tube of certain diameter. This capillary tube is replaced by a similar tube of half the diameter. Now water will rise. So initially d, then d dash is going to be d by 2. Initially height is h. What is height? H dash. This is the question. Okay. So h is equal to t cos theta by rho gr. Even this formula was applied in Neet 2020. This formula was applied, not the same sum. This formula came. This formula was applicable in one of the question of Neet 2020. Okay, h is proportional to, inversely proportional to radius. Radius means what? Shall I put 2r? 2 is a constant. So h is also proportional to, inversely proportional to diameter. So h dash by h is equal to d by d dash. D is d and d dash is d by 2. So bring 2 upwards. So 2. So h dash is equal to 2h. H dash is equal to 2h. So 2h is the correct answer. It is specified in the question itself. So 45C would be right. Right. So test 2 would be continued the next video. And since it is a first test, we divided into phases like concept strengthening sheet, problems, and this is a rectification video since some problems were not taught clearly. Since it's a first video, we have divided into 3 phases and totally 4 videos. For the first test itself, we have given just to boost you up. From test 2, directly question would be done, and in case if concept strengthening sheet is asked, we might provide you, but we had a plan of doing directly questions from test 2. So you have to give, you have to, even if you're not doing daily on mock test, at least what should you should do is, you should do 1.5 hour video for physics. Always you should do 1.5 hour video for physics, not in a single concept. That video should combine all your lessons, 11th and 12th syllabus. If you are currently in 12 and preparing for Neet 2021, use all these videos. These videos would be very useful for you. Daily 1.5 hour video you listen, which means you're solving one mock test paper in physics. 45 questions is you're solving, and that too from the official app of NTA. If you solve these questions from official NTA app, the questions asked in 2021 be very easy. Usually, these NTA questions are also high level questions, not up to the Neet level. If you're able to solve these kind of high level questions, then 2021 physics is going to be very easy. For that, you should keep following up and keep preparing well. So go through the description box, like, subscribe, and share if you loved it. Thank you.